What's good? Brian Tong here with the Apple Bits for all the good and bad inside the world of Apple. So let's get into the show. And the future of Apple displays could be mini LED. That's based on the latest report from Ming-Chi Kuo, who claims that Apple's mini LED roadmap will include the rumored 31.6-inch 6K Apple display that is expected in the second or third quarter of this year, featuring a mini LED backlight. Now, he describes it as a display with a mini LED-like backlight unit that's equipped with larger LEDs as well. Kuo's report says we can also expect to see an all-new iPad and MacBook that will use a true end-to-end mini LED screen that we'll see sometime by late 2020 or early 2021. Now, the full mini LED screen requires significantly smaller LEDs, and Kuo says that the new iPad with a mini LED screen will need 15 to 25 times the number of LEDs found in this upcoming 6K Apple display. Now, there's also a whole lot of benefits to Apple going to mini LED from its current LED screens, including a wider color gamut, higher contrast ratios for those deep, juicy blacks, high dynamic range, and localized dimming. These are all familiar terms when we're talking about TV screens because they all matter with displays. Now, mini LED is also thinner and more power efficient and does not suffer from burn-in. All of these things are big benefits in the eyes of Apple. Now, some outlets have misinterpreted this original report to claim that the rumored 16.5-inch MacBook Pro will be delayed until 2020 to 21, but that's not the case. This report is referring specifically to future iPad and MacBook products way down the road. Now, the 31.6-inch display is also meant to be an external display by Kuo in his report. There is no mention of an actual 31.6-inch iMac here either that some were reporting as well. So mini LED, not to be confused with micro LED that Apple is actively pursuing in hopes of incorporating that into a future Apple Watch design. But based on how everything is lining up for Apple hardware, 2019 looks like it's going to be the year of the Pro, where we could see the biggest improvements for Apple users with the iMac Pro, the MacBook Pro, and the modular Mac Pro Apple has promised for this year. We haven't seen it just yet, but we'll wait and see for WWDC. Yeah, that rhymes. Now, if you want to take a peek at Apple's new TV app, they just released it for the iOS 12.3 developer and public betas. Check it out and you can see how it's organized differently. It's a cleaner experience and gets you access to channels as well. So if you're in the beta, it's just worth checking out. And then since we're sticking to content, if you haven't noticed or were wondering what's going on, users have been baffled after finding out that the Netflix iOS app for iPhone and iPad no longer supports AirPlay because of what Netflix is calling technical limitations. Their words, not mine. Now, in a statement, Netflix is saying that due to the rollout for AirPlay support on multiple devices like third-party TVs and Roku and Amazon Fire TV products this year, there isn't an easy way to distinguish between them, so they have decided to discontinue Netflix AirPlay completely to ensure a quality experience is being met and just really pointing people to use the app directly on those devices. Hey, Netflix, I get why you decided to do this, but what a bust. You know what? You're still getting a bad apple. Okay, how many of you actually use that feature? Be honest. Maybe some of you? Okay, I think a whole lot of people are doing it. But in the best news ever, new evidence found by developer Steve Troughton-Smith has led him to believe Apple is planning to release separate apps for music, podcasts, and perhaps even books to join the new TV app in macOS 15, which indicates that Apple will finally break up iTunes into its own separate apps after it's been criticized to becoming this really huge piece of software that is trying to do everything all at once. Hallelujah! And let's be honest, we've all been saying it for years, iTunes is just a mess, and this is probably the best breakup to happen since Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian, because I used Google to find out the biggest breakups of 2019. All right, macOS 15 is expected to be announced at WWDC 2019 in June alongside of the all-new iOS 13. And here's some music to Apple Music's ears. The Wall Street Journal reports Apple Music has passed Spotify for paid subscribers in the US, which reportedly happened earlier this year. Now, in February, Apple had 28 million paying US subscribers compared to Spotify's roughly 26 million paying in the US. Apple Music is growing faster globally, but if you're talking free users, well, Spotify has 207 million active users monthly, a whole lot more than Apple Music, but this is a good sign, really, as Apple continues to put a whole lot of focus on their services business. And look out, AirPods. Not only did the Power Beats Pro get announced last week, which look even better, honestly, for 50 bucks more. They're really a pair of wireless earbuds that I can't wait for since I've owned them from the very first model. They wrap around your ears. Now they're like completely wireless. I'm excited about these. But in addition to that, according to Bloomberg, Amazon is working on a set of Alexa-enabled pair of their own to compete. Now, the report says they will look and act similarly to AirPods with built-in Alexa support, which is a whole lot smarter and more compatible with thousands of more smart home devices compared to Apple's Siri and HomeKit. And really, this space keeps getting hotter and hotter. It's another one where Apple is having more and more legit contenders than ever. But yeah, everyone is still getting AirPods right now. No duh. And a new biography from writer Leander Caney is coming out on April 16th, profiling Apple CEO Tim Cook, and it's titled "The Genius Who Took Apple to the Next Level." Let's just say that title is extremely generous. Did Apple help fund this book? Because really, come on, look, there aren't enough bad apples for me to throw out at that title, so this is where you all can have a lot of fun. I want to know, what would you have titled the book, right? I want to see it in the comments, and let's stay away from profanity because we can do this, but what would be a fair title of the book for you? You know, I'm leaning towards the guy who ran out of ideas and has just been focusing on profits and margins over innovation while Apple's reputation takes the hit, but ecosystem. And yeah, I'm still buying Apple products, like, I'd be the first to admit it, but genius? Come on. Genius? That's a bad apple. All right, if you like this video, you know what to do. Thumbs up, subs up, and hit the notification bell, and you will get a nice vibration in your pants. And also, if you want to dive even deeper inside the world of Apple, check out my podcast. It's the Apple Bits XL. It's weekly. We really dig deep and bring the stories that matter to you. And also, all my videos, all the content I'm putting out completely independent. So I would love if you could support it at patreon.com/BrianTong. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Take care and be safe. Peace.